This video is brought to you by eToro. Now, you may have seen that eToro sponsor a number of Premier League clubs. Now, if you don't have time to invest, you can use eToro's CopyTrader feature, copy top performing investors, so when they make a trade, you make the same trade automatically at no additional cost. Then click the link in the description and get on it right now.
AFTV, Kenny Ken. Listen, it's my first time interviewing you. I hope you're well. It's a shame that I can't interview you on a win, but you know, a 1-1 draw at home, at least it wasn't a loss. What are your thoughts on the game?
Unacceptable. I thought the first half was just completely unacceptable. It was rudderless. Southampton were like the home team. Players were not putting a shift in. They were naive. They had no plan. You could tell that Southampton are the ones that look like they're going for a challenge for the top of the table. Us, Arsenal Football Club, the third biggest club in the country, were just chasing shadows. The amount of time Southampton had the ball, the way, Ward-Prowse, Romeo, little flicks, no one was pressing. The first goal was absolutely pathetic. The way Gabriel gets sucked in, Ceballos can't even make a tackle, and the guy's on the floor, and he still manages to find a perfect pass for Theo Walcott. Tierney's on his wrong side, and the ball and it's 1-0. And after that, we tried to sort of get ourselves in the game, and it took an intervention for the second half to improve. But let's face it, we couldn't be that bad as we were in the first half. Yes, you have to look at Saka, still our best player, a kid, putting players like Aubameyang to shame, Lacazette, putting Pepe to shame as well. Shows a bit of strength. Aubameyang gets his first goal. That's the good part. And then we have another idiotic Gabriel goes and gets sucked in. Everyone knows in football you don't get sucked in. First thing you shouldn't do as a defender, if you're going to mark your forward in the halfway line, you don't get tight. You don't have to get tight because there's still acres for him to run into. But you get tight and he spins you and you're still holding on to him, you've had it. It's a booking, you cost your team, and then afterwards we're trying to defend. But a lot of Arsenal fans are going to look at it and think, oh, this is a really good point to get. Oh, we battled. Seriously, is this Arsenal Football Club? Because if this is the standards that Arsenal Football Club want us to have, drop me out, mate. Drop me out. Because I'm telling you right now, is that there's a lot of negotiables at this football club. And one of the biggest negotiable is the standards we set. It's like at Arsenal now, aim your standards really low and you have a good career at the club. Everything this football club's average. The managers, the coach is average, the players are average. Vinay is average. He's made an average decision by employing his third choice, Arteta, a big club, and we've gone and got a coach on a recommendation from Pep Guardiola and Arsene Wenger, the man who caused all this problem in the first place. What's Arsene Wenger doing now? Oh yes, going on Graham Norton and going on Dis Records, promoting his crappy book of fairy tales. Of absolute fairy tales. The man that caused this disruption is the man that they've listened to and took his recommendation and employed this coach who is out of his depth. I want at the end of today, I want this coach to resign. I want him gone, because I'll tell you one thing now. There has to be a cut-off period, and today was a cut-off period. The fact you're celebrating a point against Southampton, and we're talking battling performance. When you play for Arsenal, you've got to take that for granted. Look at the players smiling and laughing with Theo Walcott, patting him on the back, Aubameyang smiling again. Smiling now, you got your goal. But where were you, Aubameyang, in the last 4 games? When you got the winner at Old Trafford, we couldn't see enough of you. You're all over Instagram, getting interviewed, saying you trust the process, and then all of a sudden, you don't score. We don't see you from dust. And now, you're smiling again. Sorry, that's not good enough. You're meant to be a leader. Regardless of form, when you're the captain, your form and any problems you have come secondary. Your first job as a captain, motivate your players, be the manager in the field, support your manager, and then then you worry about your form. You do those first two things, people are going to be with you. People like me are not going to criticise you. But when you put yourself and your form before the team, you shouldn't be a leader. You shouldn't be a leader. And that's a problem. There's a malaise at this football club that's been going on for 10 years, and it's going to get worse. All these people, right, who are talking about the process are hurting the football club. All these cheerleaders like Laura Woods, Ian Wright, all these people like Dean Ashton, Martin Keown, all these people saying back the process, Arteta's being a good manager, are not helping them anything. What they're doing is that they're encouraging the fans to fall for this, how do I say it, negotiable low standards. So I don't want to hear fans going, oh yeah, I've got to back him because this is not acceptable, Cecil. This is not acceptable, all right? The fun's over now. We've won the FA Cup. That's fantastic. But teams have worked us out, Cecil. Yeah. And it's about time we've got experienced coaching. Allegri's available. Get him in. Give him what he wants. We've still got about 25 games to salvage this season. Let's not waste any more time with this coach. I want Arteta to be sacked immediately. We're still a few points behind. I know it's going to be difficult, but if we get a run of games, identify a way of playing, then we can challenge for Europe, maybe even stick a top 4 place. Remember Man United last season? They were in the same position we were last season. And what happened? They won at Man City. And they made it to top 4 because they bought Bruno Fernandes, who galvanised them, and all their strikers started scoring goals. Let's say thank you, Arteta. Thanks for everything you've done. Steve, thank you a lot. And then we move on. And then at the end of the season, I want Vinay sacked for his decision and for the standards he set and made. I want Edu sacked because he hasn't done his job properly. The players he's brought in are a disgrace. He's basically bought clients of Kia Jaropian, and you know who these players, and they have not, mate, they've not been the success we want. I want Aubameyang sold at the end of the season so he can use his money to get back to basics and get a good spine, because he's going to cost it on money. He doesn't want to be here. He's just here for the cash. Off you go. Pepe, not working out. I want you gone as well. And I want us to look at players in this country who we know are good players. We know we can look at players from Leicester City trying to make bids. There's players at least all over the Premiership. We've got James right under our nose. We don't have to go into Europe. But I want these changes as of today. Arteta to be sacked. And then at the end of the season, Edu gone, Vinay gone, and I want Mark Overmars to come as director of football, and I want the whole scouting system changed, and I want us to employ no ex-players in any influential positions, and I want us to basically play the football that wins you games in Europe in the Premiership, and I also want, how do I say it? I want us to off the field to have the sort of portfolio and background which enables you to challenge for years to come. And that's my demands. Unless we do that, then you're going to see a lot of this. And you're going to, next season, I'm going to have a conversation with you where we're going to have to talk about the same standards, the same sort of players letting us down. I want a complete clear out. Xhaka, off you go, back to Germany. Whatever offer that we get for Xhaka, I don't care whether it's £1 or 10 million, just take it, go. Mesut Ozil's already gone. January, get rid of him. I want all these acolytes out the team. The only good thing Arteta has done is ended the Mesut Ozil experience. That's the only thing he's done. But thank you for ending the Mesut Ozil experience. But what I want you to do is pack your bags and leave. Okay. You've done your best, but I want you out. Today. Not yesterday. Today. Go, please. Off you
Kenny,
go.
I've got Lee Jones in the back celebrating what you're saying here. He's supporting you behind me, just in front of me. But yeah, do you know what? It's a very long list, Kenny Ken, but do you know what? A majority of those things you want, I think it's needed. So thank you for your words today.
Thanks a lot, Cecil. But like, as I said before,
go on.
If you don't want to have this conversation with me in a year's time, all those changes are necessary.
Yeah.
That's how the Kroenkes should spend their money. Spend your money wisely this time on getting the right people at the football club behind the scenes to make the right footballing decisions and get a proper coach, not a YTS or someone from the graduate scheme from University College London. I want a proper coach today. Enough's enough.